Hello and welcome back to another video in our version control chapter, and we are in the middle of the complete web dev series where we are taking you from beginner to job ready. Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about one of the things that I think is most powerful about Git, and that is branching. So what is a branch? Well, you remember in the very first video I talked about a problem that could come up where you have some code that's deployed live and you're working on a new feature, and that feature is going to be a while. It's not ready to go out yet, but a new bug pops up and you're like, holy crap, I need to fix this bug. So I'm going to show you how you could go about working in such a manner that when you're working on new stuff, it could be separate and you could be working on it, and then you could have your separate branch over here. So imagine a tree, and your master branch is what will always be kind of, well, not always, but most of the time master or main or whatever you want to call it will be your branch that is used most often on your live server. So this will be a representation of what's live, what everyone else sees, and the code that's there. Okay, so let's switch over to my screen and I will show you what we're going to do. So one thing that I want to do is go ahead and, dang it, I keep doing that. Do you think I would get better at OBS? Anyhow, what we're going to do here is I'm going to make sure that my server is up and running. So sudo opt lamp examp start. And it is up and running, and I'm just gonna visit, I'm gonna go here to a new tab and we'll visit localhost / version control, and that is so then you can see our title here where it says Git rules. We have a blank screen because we haven't done anything to it, but this is our project, this is our example project that we're working on. So let's pretend that this is live, this is on a live server, and someone reports a bug to us. Well, first of all, let's pretend like we're actually going to build out some new functionality, and the safest way to do that is to create a new branch off of this so that we're not making changes directly to the live our live version of the software that's currently on our server. So I know that was a mouthful and I stuttered my way through it, but here we go. Let's go to the terminal now. And what I'd like to do, we'll do clear. And right now I actually have some settings set up in my terminal to show what branch I'm on, which is master. You're probably not going to have this. You can look up how to do it. It's probably outside of the scope, or I may show this in a future video how to set it up. But to know what branch you're on, you can just type git branch. And if I do that, it will show me my branches that I have on my local machine, and then it has a star next to the one that I have checked out right now. So this is the branch that I'm currently on. So in order to create a new branch, we are going to use a command called checkout. Now checkout is how you switch from one branch to another branch, but we don't have any other branches. Right now you can see we have one branch in our list, and that is our master branch. Okay, so we're going to branch off of that, and the way that we do that is we type git checkout, and then we're going to use a flag called -b, and this -b it tells it to create a new branch. That's what this is going to do. And then I do a space, and I'm going to give it the branch a new name. Now this needs to be a one-word thing, and you could do hyphens or underscores or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put new styles. We'll call that new branch new styles. Okay, so I'll hit enter, and now it says that I've switched to a new branch called new styles. So now if I type in git branch, it shows that I have two branches in my repo. I have master, but the one with the star next to it, this is the one I have checked out. So any changes now that I make is going to happen inside of this branch only and not in this master branch. So let me demonstrate that really quick. The easiest way that I know to demonstrate this is, since we've already linked in our style sheet, I'm just going to go to the styles.css, and I'm going to do HTML, and I'm going to say background color red. Okay, and I'll save that, And now I'm going to refresh, and it shows that the background color is indeed red. So, what if now, oh, 1 second. Let's go ahead now and do a git status. And this git status shows that we have a modified styles.css that is not staged. So this is a modified file that's not staged, and it even gives us some hints as to what we can do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in a git add and then a dot. And now if I do a git status, it has staged that file for a commit. So let's go ahead now, and I'm going to git commit -m, and I'm gonna put updated background color, and we'll hit enter. And now if I do git status, we don't have any changes in our working tree. So now if I go back to this and I refresh, this is all red. But what if now, let's say we're going to do a lot of styles, and it's going to take a long time to update. But let's say in the middle of that, someone gets a hold of me and they're like, hey, you need to change this on the live server, and it needs to happen before you're able to push the new styles branch. Well, then what we can do is we can actually, in our terminal, we can just git checkout, and I'm going to check out master. Okay, so now it says that I've switched to the branch master. Now what's interesting about that, if I go back and refresh my page, now the background is white. And that is because on those two different branches, I have different versions of these files. So I have commits in the styles.css on the styles branch that I do not have in my master branch. And so this version is what is going to be live. So now let's go and fix something. So let's go back to the index, and this is just an example or silly example. Let's say that we forgot to put an or a headline or a heading tag here, and we'll just put git rules dude, yeah, and we'll hit refresh. And now, okay, I fixed the bug, and now I can deploy this back to my servers. But first, if I go and hit git status, what I can notice is that this file has now been changed. So I'm going to do git add, and I'm lazy, so I'm going to do the period. And then I'll do git status again, and you can see that this is now staged, but it's not committed. So let's go ahead and commit that, git commit -m. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a thing that says fixed bug or something, you know, or added heading to page. So that's something that makes sense. And now if I do a git status, we have nothing to commit, and our working tree is clean. So now if I go back to the browser and I refresh, it is the white background, and it has this H2 in there. So now let's go back and let's do one more thing. I'm going to do Git branch again, just to double check that I am on the master branch, and we do have the new styles branch. So let's go back now and let's check out. So we'll do Git Checkout new -styles. And now we are in it says we've switched to the branch new styles. So now if I refresh, we don't have that title, and we have the red background. But let's say, okay, that was a bug, and I need those changes that I changed in master, I need those to be in new styles, and I'm going to continue working in new styles. So what I can do is, with this new styles checked out, I could actually merge whatever code I had here into this branch. So let's just do that. There's a command called git merge, and then I'm going to merge master into this. So then I'm going to hit enter. And right here, it's going to pop up Vim, which is my default editor in my terminal here. Yours may be different, but I'm just going to hit Shift-ZZ to save that default message. And now, if I do git status, it says there's nothing to commit. So when you merge, it does a commit message on its own, and that was for the commit message. Now, if I go back and refresh, you can see that I have the red background from my new styles branch, but I also have the code in it from that index.html. So if I go back and look in index, Now it does have that, and my style upgrades are here. Now that merged the code from the master into my new styles branch. But if I go now and I switch back to master, this version of the code still doesn't have the style updates in it, because remember, we merged our master branch into our styles branch and not the other way around. And so now if I refresh in the browser, we have the white background and we still have the H2. So let's say I was going to continue on with my branch here. So let's go back to Git Branch, and I'm going to Git Checkout new-styles, and I'm on this branch now. So what I want to do is just finish up some of my stuff here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that background color to black, and then I'm going to change let's do our H2s. We're going to change that color to white. Okay, so now if I refresh the page, we have a black background and we have the white text. So now if I go and do git status in my terminal, it's saying, hey, you've modified the styles.css. The other thing that we're going to do, just to make it a little more obvious, is let's add some more information here. We're just going to put welcome to version control. This will make your life easier. And I'm going to save that. We'll go back and check, refresh, and then we can't see that obviously because our styles are also, or our paragraph tag also needs to have a color of white. Now if I refresh, you can see welcome to version control. This will make your life easier. Okay, so now what I want to do is we'll go here and we're going to do git status, and that's going to show us that we have two files that have changes that haven't been tracked. So I'm going to do clear here just to bring it back to the top of the screen, and I'll do git add period. Now if I do git status, now we have files that are ready to be committed that have already been staged for the commit. So we'll actually do the commit right now. So we'll say git commit -m, and then we'll give it a commit message, finished new styles, and we'll hit enter. Now if we do git status, you can see that there's nothing to commit, but now it's time. Let's say now we've finished everything up, and now we want to put this code onto our live server. So now it's time to merge this branch back into our master branch. So let's go ahead now and just check our branch. We'll say git branch, and you can see that we have new styles checked out, and then we have master branch on our local machine as well. So let's go now and let's just do git checkout master. And now if I do git branch, you can see that I am on my master branch, and I want to merge the new styles branch into it. So I'm just going to type git merge space new dash styles, and now it goes ahead and merges this in. So now if I do git status, there's nothing to change here. And if I go back to my site and refresh, you can see that nothing changes. But we are indeed on our master branch. So now our master branch matches, it has all of our new styles in it. And this is a typical flow that you'll see. Is like you'll work on a new feature branch until that's done. And when you're ready to deploy that live, you'll merge that into master. So the only other thing that we could do now, we could delete this branch if we're not going to use it anymore. We could delete that from our local machine just to save some space, because we've already taken all the commits that were in this branch, and those commits are in master. So let's go ahead now and just look at what Git Log shows us. So if you look at Git Log, you can see that I have this, the top commit is this finished new styles. Now, even though we have we made that commit in our other branch. When we did the merge, it merged all of our commits that was in the other branch into our master branch. And you can see even here with our commit, it's showing us that we merged master and new styles together. Okay. And then if you look below, you can see all of the additional logs from the old commits that were here. So added heading to page, and then we merged that branch master into new styles. Then we finished new styles and we merged the new styles into the master branch. All right, so I hope that makes sense. You can see a full version in chronological order with Git Log, and it shows all of those changes right there. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how to share code with Git with other developers and how we can keep our code in sync with one another. So I will see you there.